Hello, it's a Midwestern movie reviewer here with another movie review. Tonight I saw an early showing of The Boys in the Boat. This is a new movie directed by George Clooney. It's about 2 hours and 4 minutes long. It's PG-13. When I saw the previews of this, I have to admit, I was not excited. I thought, well, this is not my type of movie at all. Number one, I like football. I like basketball, but rowing just seems kind of like a boring sport. You know, you see a bunch of guys in a boat rowing down the thing. It's like, okay.
You missed the part where I told him not to tip over. And I row for your country. Row for each other. For all the people who never believed in you. As one. As one.
It's going to revolve completely around this. I was not thrilled. But, you know, I thought, hey, here I am at a mystery movie and it's thrust in front of me. I'm gonna try to get into it. So the story of this movie, it's about a young, poor man that's trying to make his way through college, and he joins the rowing team as a way to really just make money, just to survive. So you kind of start to get invested in this character. It stars Joel Edgerton as the coach, Callum Turner as the main character, the poor young man going to college. He did a really good job. I enjoyed his performance. He's a very good looking young man, and he did a great job. He was you could get invested in his character. If you have not, please like and subscribe so that you can be notified of all my new videos and get to see new reviews right when they come out. So to continue, there were a few things that I liked about this movie. The first thing was that character that Callum Turner played. He did a really good job at leading this movie. You really felt for his character's plight. The second thing I liked was that there were a lot of young men, a lot of good-looking young men rowing in this movie. So I'm a normal person, you know, I enjoyed that. Oh, and then the third thing, the ending was well done. You got into it and you were like, all right, you know, go guys. Really, you didn't say that, but you sat in your chair and you were like, okay, here they go. It was well done. The things I did not like about this movie, and there was quite a few. First of all, this movie was all about rowing, like from start to finish, rowing, training, racing, practicing. They probably showed 3 different races during this movie to make it seem like it's an interesting sport. They kept doing a bunch of weird close-ups on like the middle of the oar where it connects to the boat and the paddle hitting the water and guys you know, really exerting themselves, you know, to try to make this sport seem interesting. It wasn't. This movie got very boring. The movie during the slow parts, okay, was boring. The movie during the races, even then, was a little bit boring because it's rowing. It's so hard to really make rowing look so interesting. I feel for George Clooney with this movie. Rowing. I have seen some really good sports movies this year. My favorites were Next Goal Wins, and you can see my review of that, and Gran Turismo. When I went to see these movies, they were, you know, Next Goal Wins had some humor in it, so you could laugh during the times when they weren't playing soccer or something. You got invested in the characters. You actually cared about these people. And same thing in Gran Turismo. You got invested. And it had a lot of action. You know, race car driving is full of action. So this movie lacked that. It, like, at the very end of those other 2 movies, the audience in the theater with me cheered out loud, clapped, yelled. They were so excited watching. They did not do that in the end of this movie. The audience was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, yeah. Not even making any noises. It was just silence in the theater. So that's not good at the end of a sports movie. You want the crowd so invested. They're like, yes, oh, that's not good. And that's how I knew it wasn't just me that thought this movie was boring. If the rest of the audience was cheering and I was just sitting there, okay. Just the Midwestern movie reviewer just didn't like it. But the audience wasn't into this. So Boys in the Boat, This movie takes place in 1936, and it's college boys. What, 19-year-olds maybe? They were all scared of women. They weren't really partying or like trying to hit on girls. Like the girls had to hit on them. And these were good looking guys. And we're supposed to believe this in the 30s, in 1930s. So like now after Me Too, sure, guys are scared. But take it back to the 1950s, 60s, 70s. Men were hitting on women. Where is that in this movie? It was so unbelievable. We're supposed to believe college boys weren't hitting on girls. Okay, I don't believe that. So George Clooney, go back and redo that. This movie, I give it a meh. It's okay. You know, if you love rowing, you might think this movie's great, but otherwise it's just okay. And maybe you could just stream it at home. I would not say it's worth spending your money and going to the theater to see this. And I'm sad to say that because I hate to tell you that a movie's not good, but this one it's just okay. So, Midwestern movie reviewer out. Midwestern movie reviewer out.